Well, good evening, everybody. We're live from Quincy, Illinois, and my name is Trisha Bart. I'm a Young Living Gold and a certified clinical aromatherapist and Reiki master in private practice here in Quincy, Illinois. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our AromaFlow Yoga class. We're going to get right on with the class in a few minutes. We start with some announcements here about upcoming events. You're welcome to join us anytime, and many of them will be available to you online through Google Hangouts. We'd love to have you join us. So, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Come on in when you get a chance after you have your Ninja Red shot. I just want to share some upcoming events. We've got some really cool things planned for you in April. We'll be out at Four Winds Farm on April 19th to learn about the doctrine of signatures and similars. This is such a fascinating study of plants and how shapes of plants correspond to different organs of the body. Really interesting. And coming up at the end of May, on May 31st, we're going to be having a Soul Hope shoe cutting party. And some of you may not know what that is about, but Young Living partners with Young Living Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that helps charitable organizations around the world. And one of those is Soul Hope. And this is an organization that provides shoes for children in an area of the country where there's a parasite that actually infects their feet from walking around barefoot. And it is so stigmatized in their communities that these children become shunned and outcast in their communities. And it's a simple thing to treat, and just having a pair of shoes makes all the difference to these children. So as a community outreach of our Young Living family here in the area and a time of fellowship to come together, we're going to have a shoe cutting party at my home at the end of May, and I hope you'll join us for that. But our handout here has lots of our upcoming events. We're here almost every Tuesday night. We'd love for you to join us. Next week is going to be about healthy weight management, because y'all look fabulous in your yoga clothes, but when I put mine on tonight, I wasn't so happy. So it's time to get back on with healthy weight management for me. So we'll be talking about that next week. This coming Saturday, we have a special all-day day of pampering and transformation with Beverly and myself here at Body, Mind, Spirit. There's just a few spots left if you'd like to join us for that. One of the things we will be talking about and doing some more experiential work with is the chakra system. We'll be doing some toning. We'll be using essential oils that correspond with the different chakras. We'll be doing some chanting, journaling, and you'll also have an opportunity for individual private sessions, both with Deborah and myself. It's going to be an amazing day. Just a few spots left. There's a flyer at the table if you're interested in more information on that. We also have 3 Reiki masters in practice at Body, Mind, Spirit, and we'll be offering a second-degree Reiki attunement in April. If you're interested in that, we have information at the table. So enough of catching up to speed on activities we have going on around here. Tonight, I'm just so pleased and honored to be able to bring you this AromaFlow Yoga class. This is the wonderful creation of Susan Santora Martz, who will be joining us on camera in just a moment. I'd like to introduce Emely Hath, who's here with us in the room. Emely is born and raised in Quincy here. She attended and graduated college with a degree in counseling and mental health from Metropolitan State University in Denver. She's a registered yoga teacher with Yoga Alliance. She trained in San Diego at the University of California at San Diego and at Akasha Yoga in San Diego. She is currently teaching at the YMCA in Mendon, and some of you know, thank you for joining us in Mendon, at the Crop Center here in Quincy, and at Elite Dance Studio, also here in Quincy. So, Emely, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. She's also a Young Living Oiler. She's just getting started on that journey. And joining us from New Jersey, one of my very, very dear friends, and the folks who are responsible for getting Lenny and me started with essential oils. Susan Martz is there with her husband, Greg. And we're going to put Susan on camera. I'm yakking so much where you're just a little picture in the corner right now. I'll be done in a second, Susan.
That's okay.
Susan is a former Broadway performer, certified yoga instructor, and mom. And by the way, Susan, I think I actually saw Cats when you were in the production on Broadway.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when I went.
You remember what year?
I know it was in the 80s. Sorry, should I say that?
Late 80s.
It was in the very late 80s. And actually, that's how Susan and I met. We met through singing and performing. And Lenny was getting ready for a show at our theater and was complaining about some aches and pains in his hands from setting the lights all day. And Susan and Greg were there using our space and said, well, we use essential oils. You want to try some? And that started us on the most life-changing and life-affirming adventure, and we're so glad to share that with Susan. Susan has taught fitness, health, and wellness for over 20 years. She dedicated her time to teaching AromaFlow Yoga through her yoga practice, helping her students and colleagues find their fullest healing potential. So I'm going to put Susan on screen, and she's going to lead us through some information about essential oils and using essential oils to support your yoga practice. Hello, Susan.
Hi, Trisha. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Trisha, tip your, oh gosh, now I'm seeing me. I don't want to see me. Here.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. So if you tip your camera down ever so slightly, I could see the folks a little more on the floor. Even more. Oh, there they are. So everybody's on mats.
We did have room for many folks. A bunch of us are sitting at a table too. You can't quite see us on the other side.
Okay. How many on on chairs?
There are 5 of us at chairs.
Oh, okay, cool. And how many are in mats? I'm seeing 4.5.
There are
5.
6, including Emily.
Okay, cool. Very good. Hey, everybody. So I'm so happy to be here, and I just love working with Trisha, and I know that those that work with Trisha is just as wonderful and open-hearted. So thank you for letting me come and be here with you guys and share some AromaFlow Yoga with you tonight. How many, a show of hands, well, I can't see everybody, but you can tell me, Trisha, are newbies tonight to essential oils? 1?
Just 2.
2 people. Okay. So brand new, or you kind of are starting to use them? How is what's the feeling in the room?
Just in Shavasana in Emily's class.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. So briefly, essential oils, I like to just explain that essential oils, if you think of essential oils as plants, and remind yourself that plants have been here long before we've been here. Plants are our support system on this planet. Plants are from the earth. We are from the earth. And so when plants or essential oils come in contact with the body, there is a harmonic dance that happens. There's a familiarity. There's a breath of fresh air, there's a relaxation, there's, yay, you gave this to me, that our body feels. Whereas when we start to introduce synthetics or medicines that the body doesn't understand, that's when we start to have the side effects. So why we use essential oils is to be able to support all the body systems and to create harmony in the body, to create homeostasis. And that's why I started using essential oils in my practice, my yoga practice, because I felt that it enhanced all parts of me in my practice, both spiritually, energetically, physically, emotionally. Every piece of me got a more deeper experience. And so that's why I started integrating it more and more in my yoga classes. So I don't want to take too much time on sort of Essential Oil 101, but I do want you to know that there is lots of things I like to tell people before we start, and it'll be it'll sort of be a demo class, because normally my classes tend to last for about 2 hours. So I really give people the experience. But tonight I really just wanted you to taste it and get a few pieces of it. But that being said, I wanted you to know that with essential oils, it's chemistry, the chemistry of our bodies and the chemistry of these plants that we're going to experience out of the bottle. So when Trisha or whoever is passing around the oils tonight, I want you to take a moment to breathe it in out of the bottle first and get a sense of it for yourself. And if it feels like, ooh, yeah, my body wants more, then that's when you take a drop, and from the drop, you activate the essential oil, cup it over the nose, You can apply it, and I'll certainly invite you to apply it to certain parts of the body. Certain oils might respond better for that particular body system. Naturally, when we breathe in an oil, it helps to support the lungs. When we apply an oil, it helps more of the physical area of the body. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I know you've been sitting there just for a little bit, so stretch your legs out first. I'm going to move to my chair in the back so you can see me more fully. So go ahead and shake out those legs. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So Trisha, you can sit on the, are you sitting on a chair, Trisha?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so just sit those legs out in front of you and wiggle them around a little bit. We just want everybody to just feel like haven't been sitting for too long. And then go ahead and rub the legs. Get that lymph system flowing. Get the blood into those legs again. Even your arms, give them a little rub down. Good, nice. So Trisha, you have your spray bottles?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I like to use essential oil sprays in the beginning of class. And this one that I'm showing you is lemon. So Trisha probably has some. I like to do lemon and purification and thieves. And what we're doing by these particular essential oil sprays is we're clearing our space. So we're creating a nice, clean, cleansed space for ourselves. So go ahead and either spray your mat down, you can spray around your whole sort of auric field. Choose a scent that you like, or you can use all three. Especially if we go into yoga studios and we're using other people's mats that have other people's energy on them. This is a wonderful spray to have on you, and you can just spray your own mat, that particular mat that you're using down, so it feels like it's yours. These particular oils, for those who aren't familiar with using the oils, some oils are called blends, some oils are called singles, and it sort of makes sense. The single oils is just one plant. The blends are many plants in one bottle. So we're using lemon as our single and purification and thieves as our blends. And once you get a sense of clearing the space, we're going to get frankincense, and we're going to come to a seated position. So those sitting on the floor, you can come to a cross-legged position. If that's not good for your knees, you can stretch your legs out. Those sitting in the chair, come to the edge of your chair so that your back is not against the back of the chair. You want to sit towards the edge, and your feet are right underneath your knees. And you feel your sits bones grounded into the chair or the floor, depending on where you are. So we're going to take frankincense, and we're going to take a drop of frankincense. And then we're going to activate it in the palm of our hands. So I would imagine, Trisha, you're passing around frankincense, is that correct? Once you have a drop of frankincense in your hands and you've activated it, cup the hands over your nose and start doing deep inhalation. And Emily, you can show them the full body breath, the belly, breathing into the ribs, up into the chest, and then exhale out of the chest, out of the ribs, out of the belly, while you're cupping the hands over your nose. And again, fill the body up. So this is called the 3-part breath, or in yoga we call it the Durga breath. So we breathe into the belly as if the belly were expanding like a balloon. We send it up into the ribs, we send it up into the chest, and then exhale out of the chest, out of the ribs, out of the belly. And continue this breath for about 4 breaths. And while you're breathing, really take in the scent of the frankincense tree. This is the resin of the bark of a tree, the frankincense tree. And what's so beautiful and rich about this scent is that it is thousands of years old. And it has been given as the gift back in biblical times and during King Tut times. So it's a very, very rich, deep scent. Those who might frequent church, you might recognize this smell from being a churchgoer. So once you feel complete with that scent, again, keep the hands near the face and then slowly start to bring the hands away from the face so you feel connected to your body energy, your Reiki energy, your essential oil energy, the body to the body. This is your full healing energy, you healing you. Play with that sensation of the hands sort of moving away from the face. And what it feels like as it starts to go a little further, if you start to lose that energy connection, then bring it back a little. And then take your hands and bring them toward any part of the body that needs extra healing tonight. So it might be your heart, might be belly, it could be back, knees, anywhere, head. Just place the hands in that area and feel the energy of your hands healing yourself with the essential oil vibration. Remember to breathe. Deep, full breaths. And when you feel complete, allow the hands to rest upturned just for a moment on your knees. Lift the heart, elongate the spine, shoulders resting down in the back. Full, deep breaths. And in yoga, we like to begin our practice with a little sound of Om. So if you're uncomfortable saying Om or sounding it, you don't need to. But if you'd like to, we'll take a nice full deep breath in. The sound of Om is a vibration of the universe. So from this place, we'll bring the palms together at the heart. Take a moment to set an intention for yourself tonight. To stay open to this new experience and really fully experience you and how the essential oils shift and affect you and transform you. So from this place, we'll take the arms up overhead, extending them way up overhead. I really want you to take a moment to feel your fingertips as if they were reaching high towards the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, bring the right arm down and the left arm over. Oh, I'm opposite you, never mind. I'll go the other way. Oh, that actually helps when I'm doing it the same as you. Inhale, come on up, and exhale, other side. So if you're sitting on a chair, you can just bring your hand to your hip and reach over. Good, and then up. One more time, let's go to the other side one more time. Make sure you're breathing. And then take moments to feel into the body. Other side, up and over. You really connect to what's going on in your body tonight. Good. And then back to center. Nice. So hands come down. So we're going to place the hands, and those on the chair, you can put your hands on the chair behind you. Those on the floor, place the hands behind you on the floor. Press your knees down. Lift your hips, lift your belly, lift your chest. You get a good stretch through the front of the body. And exhale and release. Bring the buttocks back to the chair, back to the floor. Now, from this place, we're going to bring the chin to the chest and let the weight of the head start to carry you down towards your knees, towards your floor. Wherever you're headed, go as far as your body will let you go. Are you breathing? Make sure you're breathing deep into the back. If you want, you can extend your arms forward. Get yourself a deeper stretch. And really feel the spaces of your lower back expanding. Full deep breaths here. Nice. Beautiful, everybody. Let's roll ourselves back up. And shake the legs out one more time for those of us on the floor. So as you were moving and flowing, notice if there was any places on the body that were feeling tight or uncomfortable or talking back to you. And this is when we would go toward Panaway. This was the oil I introduced to Trisha and Lenny. This was the one, Panaway. So you want to take a drop of Panaway, activate it in your hands, and then go toward that part of the body that was talking back and give it a nice rub down with your Panaway. And then over that, we're going to pass around Copaiba. That's going to be a really great driver oil. It's going to help enhance the Panaway. Really good for all parts of the body that's talking back and growling back. And we got a lot of those. I know we do. I know I do. Dancer's body starts to hurt as it gets older. Nice, everybody. So, for those of us on the floor, we're going to come to all fours in table pose. Those of us in the chair, we're going to work more. I'm going to turn my chair a little bit this way. We're going to work with our hands on our knees and do a couple of movements with the spine. Cat and dogs in the chair, okay? So those on the floor, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to inhale, look to the sky and lower the spine. That's a nice breath in. And then exhale, lift the spine and lower the head. And again, inhale, reverse. I'm going to do it in the chair so you can see from the chair point of view. And exhale, reverse. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, reverse. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So you're really just opening up, waking up the spine and back to center. That should feel really good. Now, from this place, those of us on the floor, we're going to go into a downward dog position. Those in the chair, you can turn, if you can come to the backs of your chairs and just reach, walk yourself out and reach down through the shoulders. Can you see me, Trisha?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So if you can reach all the way and really open up those shoulders and hamstrings to really get a sense of pressing through the back here so it's not rounding. So it might mean you have to soften your knees a little bit. Same on the floor. Might need to soften the knees just slightly or play with Walking the feet in place and really opening up the Achilles and the calves. Keep that breath flowing. Good. And then come back to all fours. We're going to do a nice light upward dog. So those on the floor, nice gentle upward dog, shoulders down. Those with the chair, you can come forward and lift the heart. So see, what we're doing is we're working with the spine right now. So we're concaving the spine and we're making the movements bigger gradually as we keep moving and make them bigger and bigger. Back into downward dog, everybody. Use your breath. And then back into upward dog. Come through table or step forward if you're at a chair. Good. One more time. Back through table into downward dog. And then step forward and upward dog. Nice. Good. So those in the chair, you can actually step your right foot up on the chair. Those on the floor, we're going to come into downward dog and step the right foot up between the hands in a lower lunge position. Okay? Those in the chair, you can step your foot up and shift forward. So you start to wake up and open up that right buttocks muscle and front of the left hip. Good. Nice, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then step back into downward dog. And left foot steps up. Left side. So we're opening up the front of that right hip. And feeling that left buttock open. Keep that breath flowing, everybody. Good. So take that right foot and meet your left. And hang over your legs. Those who are with a chair, we're going to place our hands either on the chair or beyond the chair. Depends on your flexibility. You can use the chair. If you can't get to your toes, support yourself with your chair. Beautiful. Look at those beautiful bodies. I love it. Bend your knees. Everybody bend deep and let your lower back spread. You feel that pan away working and opening up the back. If you put it on your back, that is. Nice. Nice. All right, from this place, we're going to roll up chin to chest. We want to give each disc of the spine its opportunity. Breathe. Once everybody's come to a full standing position, extend the fingertips down, reach them out to the sides, up overhead, in tall mountain pose. Nice full breath here. And exhale, reach way back out. Bring the hands down and up into prayer pose. Nice. Good. So we're going to get a tiny bit vigorous, but not much, okay? Because we sort of just went through all the motions of what we just did. So what we're going to go towards now is peppermint. So we're going to take a drop of peppermint. Activate it. And then take some nice deep inhalations. I'm going to have you do about 4 deep inhalations here. Really get your mind alert, get your body open. Even if you'd like to cool the body down a little bit, you can rub it on your neck. You could rub it on the belly. You can rub it wherever you need to that makes you feel good and alive and energized. And we're going to move into some just a few sun salutations, because remember, I'm giving you a sampling tonight. Those who are at the chair, you're going to have to go through the steps that we just went through. I'll try to do it at the chair since, Emily, you know, nice and easy. We're just going to do this simple sun salutation. Okay, so those at the chair, we're going to leave the back of the chair away from us so the seat is facing us, all right? Palms together at the heart. I'm going to be at the chair first because it's probably going to be a little harder to know what to do at the chair. You can watch Emily if you're on a mat. Everybody cup your hands over your nose. Take 2 full deep inhalations. And another one. Nice. So from this place, palms together at the heart, we're going to sweep the arms down and up overhead in tall mountain pose. Exhale, we're going to dive forward, bringing our hands to the floor or to the chair, as far as you can go. Good. Then we're going to, those who want to step back, you can walk your feet back. Those who want to just step the right foot back and then the left. Or you can, those at the chair, you can take your right leg up and stretch forward in that stretch we just did. Good. Step all the way back in downward dog. Both hands come on the chair, reach down. Good. And then come into upward dog if you can support yourself on the chair and lift. Nice. And then come back into downward dog. Then step the left foot up, stretching forward. Beautiful. And then the right foot to meet it. That means step back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold yourself forward if you can. Nice. And extend out and come all the way up into tall mountain. Exhale into prayer pose. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching down and up. Exhale, dive forward over the legs. If you can't go towards the floor, then place your hands on the chair. Good. Inhale, lift halfway up, and we're going to exhale, step the right foot up on the chair or the right foot back behind you to give yourself a lunge. Beautiful. And then the left foot steps back to meet it. Nice. Upward dog. And downward dog, exhale. And left foot steps up. Nice. The right foot to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold all the way over as far as your body will let you. Notice if it's getting a little looser. Inhale, extend out and come all the way up, reaching to the heavens. Exhale, reach back out, palms together at your heart. Nice, so that should start heating you up a little bit. Sometimes when we start working into sun salutations and we really get vigorous with it, sometimes people, if they've eaten right prior to doing sun salutations, they might get a little bit of stomach indigestion. So that's when we would come towards diagnose to calm the digestive system. So here's diagnose. You can take a drop of diagnose. And you can either inhale it or you can apply it right on the belly. Ooh, feels good. Makes everything alive. Really, and I invite you to really do some deep inhalations with it too, because the body responds through the olfactory. And when the olfactory gets stimulated, all the glands of the brain, the pituitary, the hypothalamus, everything starts to awaken. And it's a really beautiful dance that happens, and it speaks to the rest of the body. So I invite you to really do some deep inhalations. Apply it if you'd like to. Sometimes I like to sandwich it front and back, so it gets all parts of my digestive system. Nice, everybody. Beautiful. So let's do a couple of, since we have limited time, we won't do any more sun salutations, but we're going to open nice and wide on the mat. So you can face me. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Right toe open. Right toe faces open on the mat, and left toe faces a little further in, about 45 degrees. Good. I want you to just take a moment, wiggle your hips, and really feel your hips under you. Good. So our knees are straight right now. We're just trying to play with our hip placement. Everybody on the chair can be standing doing this as well. Arms extend up. Nice. So they're coming just to shoulder length. The hands are right at shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee. Good. So right now we're in Warrior 2. This is called Proud Warrior. Check out your knee. Make sure it's over your ankle, not your toe. So you want to make sure it's over the ankle. If it's over the toe, then you're putting too much pressure and torque on your knee. You want to make sure it's right over your ankle. Beautiful. You feel the fire coming up in your quadricep. Stay with your breath. Let's take the left arm and sweep it forward and up towards Emily and come into Warrior 1. Nice. Take a deep breath. If this feels too tight, step the back foot in slightly. You want to feel the front of that left hip opening and breathing. Drop the shoulders down. Nice, everybody. Open up to Warrior 2. Nice, and then straighten the right knee, turn the right toe back in, and release your arms for a moment. Good. How we doing out there?
Ooh, great.
Okay, left toe opens, right toe in. This is what we call standing postures for yoga. Arms extend up, shoulder height, inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee in Warrior 2, Proud Warrior. Check out your knee alignment, over the ankle, not the toe. Good, shoulders down. Now you can find that focus past your left fingertips. Really get a point of focus strong and feel the fire come up in the body. Feel the power, the energy, and the pride of your body. And then swing the right arm forward and up towards the table. In Warrior 1, step the back foot in slightly to give you a little more leeway. Where's that full breath? That front knee is bent. Feel the fire. Those who went to convention last year. Inhale, open to Warrior 2. Woohoo! And then straighten that left knee. Turn the left toe open, and release the arms. Shake them out. Good. Nice. Nice. So one more posture, standing posture. Inhale the arms up. Right toe opens. Nice. So we're focusing towards Emily. And then we're going to shift into the left hip. We're going into triangle, Emily. Shift into the left hip. Reach out with your right fingertips. Try to create nice long space on both sides. The tendency is to want to make this right side curl up, but we want to keep it long as well. Good. Hinging at your hips, everybody, not the waist. Take a full breath here. This is triangle pose. If you feel wobbly, turn your focus to the floor. If you feel pretty good, turn your focus toward Emily. Or no, it's not actually towards Emily. It would be towards me, kind of. If you feel excellent, turn your focus to the sky. Nice. Inhale. We're going to use the fingertips and the waistline to lift us up, 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 up. And right toe in, left toe opens. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, right hip extends out. Fingertips reach, reach. Hinge over at the hips, not the waist. Beautiful. Keep your breath flowing. Notice what comes up here, how hard it starts to be to breathe. I got an oil for that. Inhale, reach through the fingertips, through the waistline, and let it bring you up and back to center. Nice. Good. Shake it out. So I don't know, did Trisha, did you hand out the piece of paper, the format that I follow?
We have it here.
Okay, so you hand out later?
Yes.
Okay, so the next oil on the list is Valor. And Valor does not come in the starter kit. And that's pretty much the oils that we're working with tonight. But Valor, I think, Trisha, you have Valor too, is that correct?
I have Valor. I'm going to be very generous tonight.
Oh, you guys are lucky. Valor is one of the most precious oils. So we're going to take a drop of Valor and activate it. And what I want you to do is place it on the lower lumbar of the spine and the upper cervical part of the spine. So you really get the spine, because Valor is going to really support our skeletal system. And so it's going to help with balance and all our balancing postures. So once you have that on your spine, we're going to come to a nice standing position, feet right under your hips. Palms together at the heart. Good. So when you're ready, we're going to go into tree pose. Vrikshasana is what we call it in yoga. So we're going to shift onto our right foot. Remember, when we're shifting on to one side of the body, we want to lift out of the body, not sink into it. We're going to turn the left knee open and slide that left foot right in towards your ankle. So for some of us, if you're feeling a little wobbly tonight, we're going to keep that left toe on the floor. Those who want to play a little bit, you could start to bring that left foot up towards the shin, towards the knee, or if you feel really adventuresome, you can bring it right up into the groin and press it deeply into the inner thigh. Nice, everybody. Beautiful. Take some nice deep breaths. If you feel really good and solid here, you can take your arms up to the sky. It's totally up to you. You don't have to. Stay with your body. Stay with your experience. Stay with you. Yeah. Now when we feel complete, we slowly, just as consciously as we went into the posture, we slowly release out of the posture. Nice. Good. How'd that feel? A little more grounded. I love it. Let's shift on to the left foot now. Again, we want to lift out of the body, not sink into it. Turn the right knee open. Slide that foot right in towards the ankle. And again, you can play with lifting the big toe off, but have it there just in case. Or you can start the journey up the leg with your right foot. And take a moment to lift your elbows ever so slightly, just to give a little air and space underneath the armpits. Where's that breath? Sometimes you can even take your hands and cup them over your nose to get the scent of valor, of balance and strength and courage to keep you balanced in this posture. Woo! Nice. So from this place, slowly, if you want, you can take your arms up overhead. You don't need to. Are you breathing? Nice. And when you feel complete, slowly, consciously, release out of the posture. Nice. Good. Shake it out, everybody. Shake out your legs. Let your body round over your legs to get your lower back nice and open. Take some deep breaths back there. So normally we would come down now after we've done some balancing postures, and we would go into some spinal twists and some floor postures. So let's come down onto the mat or sit on the floor. Sit on the chair. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Now, if you're on a chair, what you can do is place one foot or ankle up on a knee. And what we're going to do is start to hinge forward. So those who are on the floor, and you've got your feet up, excuse me, I can't do both. Soles of the feet together, lift up nice and tall. We're going to come with a nice flat back forward. So those sitting in the chair, if you have your knee or foot up on your knee, start to hinge at your hips. So really what we're trying to do right now is come into our hips and our buttocks muscles. Good. When you feel like you can, bring your head, third eye towards your feet. And let the back round now. Good, and so those feet, maybe you can rub a little oil on your feet just so that it will smell better. See, we need some physical things here too. Some physical sense. Ah, feels good. Remember, those in the chair, come back up and switch legs. Those who are on the floor, go a little deeper. In your exhalation, let yourself go a little bit further towards the feet. We like to think of this posture as meeting our higher self with our lower self, the higher part of the body with the lower, really connecting to the feet and the foundation of our bodies. Beautiful. And then from this place, we're going to roll up chin to chest. Nice. And then those who are on the floor, we're going to roll onto the backs, and we're going to pass around RC. RC is for respiratory conditions. So you can take a drop of RC and activate it. Do some real deep inhalations here. Open up the lungs, get everything breathing. Because what happens when we go into inversions is that we start to lose the sense of breath. And so RC helps us take a bigger breath. And really wonderful for the respiratory body. So take some deep inhalations. You can even apply it to the front of the chest and the back of the chest so that it lingers on you. We're going to place the feet on the floor. Those who are in a chair, Emily, we're going into bridge pose. So those who are on the chair, place your hands on the chair and your feet all the way out under the knees, but your sits bones are on the edge. We're going to take a deep breath in. Those on the floor, those who are on the floor, place your feet solid on the floor as close to the buttocks as you can. And then everybody's going to lift the hips all the way up to the sky. Those who are on the floor, curl your shoulders under your back and interlace your fingers back there and go for a deep stretch. Those who are in the chair, take some full deep breaths as you lift your hips, belly, chest, all the way up to the sky. Inhale, everybody. And exhale and release all the way down. Sit yourself back on your chair and release for a moment. When you release down, those people on the floor, I really want you to take a moment with each disc of your spine to walk each disc of the spine to the floor. Give your back its moment in the sun, all right? Everybody cup your nose with your hands. Breathe deep. Good, and release. Place the hands back on the chair or on the floor underneath. As we take another full breath in, we're going to press deep into the feet. Lift the hips up. Open the heart. Go for a nice stretch through the front of the body, bridging the body. Really feel the breath come into the body now, because that's what's really important right now, is to make sure that you are using the breath to expand the spaces of the body. And remember, everybody's in their own place physically, so you want to honor that place that you're in. Take another full breath in, open, expand, and then exhale. Now we're going to walk each disc of the spine to the floor. For those who are on the floor, Those who are on the chair, slowly walk yourself back and lift nice and tall. You can rest your hands on your thighs. Breathe, close the eyes. Good, you should feel a nice vibration happening in the body right now. Beautiful. So what would happen now is, if you can, I don't know if we have blocks there, but you can bring your legs to the sky. You can put a block under your hips and bring your legs to the sky. Those who are familiar with yoga and you want to go into shoulder stand, you can. But if it doesn't feel good, then keep your hips on the floor and just extend the legs to the sky. Okay? Those who are in chairs, if you have a place on the table, you can set your legs up, or even, you know, if there's a rung on the bottom of the table, it's totally what you have at your disposal. But if you want, you can place your legs up on the table, or on a chair next to you as well. So right now we're doing an inversion. So we want to allow the blood to flow from the feet back to the heart with as little effort as possible. We want to allow the organs of the body to rest in their upside down position. We want to create two legs as one in the sky. And we want to really breathe deeply right now. And I know sometimes when we go into full shoulder stand, it's difficult because it's hard to send breath into the chest when it feels like it's concaving. So make sure that you really focus on full deep breaths here. From this place, we would normally go into plow pose, which makes the breath even more constricted. So those who are in shoulder stand, if you want to go into plow pose, otherwise start to lower your legs to the floor and release yourself fully down. Or take yourself into full plow pose. And if you are in full plow pose, this is a really great opportunity to send your breath into your back. Nice. Are you breathing? Really be conscious of expanding the rib cage here. And once you feel complete, start to lower each part of the spine now back onto the floor. Yeah. Now, sometimes when we go into our final postures, like fish pose is a heart-opening posture, and it allows the heart to stay open to finish our practice for the night. So I'm not going to do that right now, but normally maybe I would break out the essential oil blend called Joy. But for a little bit of relax and shavasana time, we're going to take out our lavender from the kit and stress away. So you can choose to use both, or you can use one or the other depending on which scent shifts your chemistry the most. So what you can do with these oils is you can place them either on your heart, you can put them on the bottoms of your feet, you can rub a little under your nose if you want to keep the scent going during your shavasana time. But we're going to allow the legs to release, the arms to release. All body parts. And those who are sitting in chairs, you can sit all the way back so that the back is sitting against the back of the chair. Feet are relaxed, and hands are resting on the knees. And we want to allow the breath to return to its normal state. So it's breathing you. I bet it smells really good in there. So we'll just do about a minute or two here. We won't be too long with this because I know we have a time limit. But for these next 2 minutes, really indulge in full release. So I really want you to take a moment to feel the earth under the body, the firmness of the earth, and allow the body to let go, as if the earth were cradling your body. Really feel as though the muscles of the body were falling away from the bone, that the brain was resting towards the back of the skull. The eyes were resting in their sockets. The whole body is in complete release. Nothing to do. Total rest. Notice the vibration of the body that comes up now, the energy body. Recognize the scent in the space around you. Notice what it does for you, if it shifts you. Notice if your body is running in a higher vibration. So begin to deepen your breath. When it feels right for you, we're slowly going to roll to the right side. You can bring one foot to the floor and then the other, and then just gently roll to the right side. And then press to a seated position. Nice and easy. You can keep your eyes closed. And although this particular oil is not in the kit, I like to use this one as our final oil for our ending transformation. So it's called transformation, and what you can do with this oil is once you activate it, you can anoint your crown center, or what we say in yoga, our chakra, our crown chakra, which is the very top of your head, or the third eye center, or you can just simply breathe it. You can do whatever you want. Transformation is a beautiful oil to transcend us, to bring in the light. So with transformation, I always like to set an intention and a moving forward in our life, what we want to achieve or what we want to transform in our life, to release that which doesn't serve us anymore and to bring in that which does support us. So take a moment right now just to feel into that part of you that supports you, or that in your life which supports you. And invite it to come into your life more deeply, with full intention, full awareness, full consciousness, full abundance. And bringing the palms together at the heart, we'll end our session today with a little Om again, taking the full breath in. Om. And in yoga, we like to take a moment to honor ourselves for bringing ourselves here, just to give this to ourselves and experience something new in our life. But we also remember to honor each other. And by that, we say namaste, which means I honor the light in you that also resides in me. Namaste, everybody.
Susan, thank you for that beautiful, beautiful practice tonight.
My pleasure, Trisha. It's funny because doing it through the web is very different because I can't feel you. So there were challenges in it for me because I didn't know where everybody was, and but at the same time, I really felt this spatial connection. It was really very cool for me to experience on this end. But what I really want to know, and I want to make sure I honor your time, I wanted to get others' feedback. I was like, feedback, good or bad. I like to know what people are feeling. Anybody? Got it, somebody. Oh, okay, I can't hear.
I said I feel refreshed and invigorated with all the different scents. I've never experienced that before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Tell me your name.
Connie.
Connie. Thank you, Connie. I can't hear.
While people are collecting their thoughts, I'd just like to remind everyone who participated in the practice tonight to drink some extra water.
I think that's Andrea.
It is, yeah.
Okay, good. It's hard to see. Hi, Andrea.
Do you normally use all these scents? Or is this kind of like a sampler so you use all of them?
Say, Trisha, you say after them.
Do you normally use all of these scents, or was this a sampler and so we used all of them tonight?
No, what I like to do is use the kit. So do you have the kit sitting out, Trisha?
I do, yes.
Okay. So what I like to do is I like to start with the kit because I don't know if Trisha ever brings her big kit around, but that can be very overwhelming for people who are starting out. So Young Living put together a beautiful new kit that is all the most popular oils that people love to use on an everyday basis. So I like to use that in my practice so that people who are new, like yourself, can start very easily, very simple, and you can layer and have lots of fun that way. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
So yes, normally in my yoga practice, as a matter of fact, I'll even introduce even more oils. Like there's a beautiful oil called Release that I like to use because it really helps with hip openers and all the stuff we store in our hips. Joy, as I said, in some of those heart openers. Love to use joy on the heart. Anybody else?
I love the energy and the smell in this room now. It is awesome. Thank you.
I love, okay, Trisha, say again.
I love the energy and the smell in this room. It is awesome. Thank you.
Oh, yes, yes. You know, if you walk outside and then come back in again, you'll get another hit. I love doing that. Nice. I'm glad you're having that experience. Did anybody have any emotional experiences? Sometimes scents can bring up the emotional body, like it will activate scents from the past or even other times in our lives. I know for my sister, I think once she was taking one of my yoga classes and frankincense evoked when she was her first confirmation, I think. And it was really sweet. She got all teary and she remembered the nuns, and you know, so it really brought something up for her. Certain scents can do that. Anybody else?
I think we're feeling complete here, Susan. I think
Good.
we all would love to join together and say thank you and namaste.
Namaste.
What a beautiful evening. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you, you guys. I hope to meet you real soon someday, like in person. Thank you for your time tonight. Bye-bye. Thanks, Trisha. Bye,
Thank
Lenny.
Bye, Greg.
Bye.